The views and opinions expressed by the On the Spot with David Rodgers show are solely based on the show's hosts, guests, and viewers. We are solely responsible for all show content in its entirety and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any sponsors in any way. These broadcasts are presented and made public by the On the Spot with David Rodgers team in the hope that it will be entertaining and informative to our viewers and listening audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's 7 o'clock and time for On the Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I am Mr. Friday Night, and the show pony himself, David Rodgers, alongside no Byron Bagwell tonight because he got a late start at work today, having to catch up on a few things. But I do have in the house the Dancing Destroyer himself, Super Dave Holland, producing and directing the show, and Mr. Austin Stevens with the weather. Great to have you along tonight. Tonight's show is sponsored by Mitchell Gunner Racing, and the On the Spot Motorsports media page. Tune in on Thursdays to hear the latest from the guru of motorsports, Mitchell Gunner himself. And by On the Spot Lawn Care, spring is here and summer is coming. Now's the time to plan for who takes care of your lawn. Let the red, white, and blue take care of your green. You can reach me at 904-966-1633. David.Rodgers1352 at yahoo.com is one email. David.Rodgers1532 at gmail.com. Or you can reach me here through Messenger on my Messenger page, through the On the Spot Messenger page, or you can get a hold of one of the crew members here and they'll pass the message along to me. Again, great to have you along. Let's get the show started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. Again, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. If you are at your dinner table or if you're sitting in your chair or recliner, if you'll please remove your hat as we go into invocation. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have with our brotherhood, the DOR, the Defenders of the Republic, and the new high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth. That's right. We bring it to you as we see fit, and we bring it to you guys and let you take that information and do as you wish and as you need to with it. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, dear Lord, the United States of America. Yes, we have our own issues and our own problems and our own things that we need to take care of. But with your guiding hand and your touch, getting America, God back into America in all phases, dear Lord, we can make this country great again. Thank you for the armed forces, each and every one of those men and women, and all the armed forces, the Marines, the Navy, the National Guard, the Coast Guard, every one of them, Air Force, you name it, dear Lord, that you put your hedge of protection over them as they're serving abroad or here in the States, and that you make sure that you get them back home safely to their families as they are defending us, not only against domestic and international terrorism, dear Lord, but the other things that are causing strife and grief in our great nation. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those men and women, dear Lord, that are coming and doing the things that they need to do each and every day so that we can go to work, we can go to school, we can do the things that we need to do, have a good time, vacation, whatever it may be, dear Lord, that we know they're just one phone call away and they'll be there at our beckoning call. Thank you again for those men and women that serve, and just keep a hedge of protection over them as they're out there doing their job. Thank you for the food that we receive each and every day, those nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Thank you for the everyday workers, dear Lord, the people that make and keep America going good and keeping America great, dear Lord. That's our truck drivers, our railroad workers, our farmers, both whatever it is, dairy farmer, corn farmer, whatever it is, dear Lord, that provides each and every day for us so that we can continue to eat and continue to stay nourished and keep fighting the good fight, dear Lord. Again, thank you for today. Thank you for the great day that you've given us, the great week that you're going to give us, dear Lord. And again, also any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, that you touch each and every one of them. You've got the healing hand and the guiding hand, dear Lord. You can comfort each and every one of those people that have these requests. Again, thank you for the time. Thank you for just letting us get together as a brotherhood, dear Lord, and keep blessing each and every one of us, dear Lord, as we bring this show to you. We ask for these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ, and the congregation says, Amen. Let us stand, and I'm going to ask Mr. Austin Stevens today if he will lead us in that beautiful Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And look at that beautiful flag waving there, the red, white, and blue. There is nothing prettier, Dave Holland, than that flag right there. I can assure you of that. Again, welcome into the show. My name is David Rodgers, creator and host of On the Spot with David Rodgers. Going a little solo tonight. That's okay. The missing Byron Bagwell, he is definitely working hard, trying to get his stuff done for today so he can get back to his home and his beautiful people over there, and they can, of course, get things done there. I do have with me tonight the Dancing Destroyer himself, Super Dave Holland. He is directing and producing the show. David, just real quick, will you say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, as Dave has just said. Again, we got Austin Stevens in the house. He's going to give us a great weather report here in just a few minutes. And if you need a report from your area, whether you're listening in Pascagoula, Mississippi, Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Madison, Wisconsin, hey, San Francisco, Seattle, hey, Honolulu, Hawaii, Anchorage, Alaska, it doesn't matter. Austin Stevens, his shop and his workplace is in Keystone Heights, and he can give you the weather anywhere that you're located at. Austin, just real quick, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Just want to clarify that most of our forecast systems cannot go out of the United States, FYI.
But I didn't say out of the United States. So you thought you had me, didn't you?
No, but I'm just making sure someone can press that boundary.
Yeah. Hey, like Jimmy Langley from the Bahamas. So, yeah, he won't be able to get his weather, but that's okay because we're able to get the weather here in the United States for sure. All right, going on to our patriotic quote of the night. I'm going to ask Mr. Dave Holland if he would. Dave, can you find this for me so I can start looking at some of the comments? I don't know why it's not coming up like that, but I'm going to move this right here and put this here because we're drawing tonight, as y'all all well know, for a $25 gift certificate. But here is the quote. I got two of them. This is where you play at home. See if you can get it. This is a real short one. It's by a founding father, guys, okay? Time is money. Who said that? Time is money. Y'all can play at home now. Founding father, who said time is money? Austin, you have a guess for me?
Sounds like something I would say.
All right, but you wasn't back then, so I'm going to need somebody that you would think was back in that time.
Sorry, my knowledge ain't serving me well.
That's all right. Time is money. Give me a stab. Adams?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. I'll just go with that for now.
Okay, he's going with John Adams. David?
I'm going to say the president,
Okay.
Ronald Reagan.
You're going to say Ronald Reagan. I'm going to give you another chance because I said it was a founding father. Yeah, so that makes a big difference. Yeah. Time is money. Real short.
Founding father, I'd say Franklin.
You're going to say Ben Franklin. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. David, you are on a roll here lately. That was Ben Franklin that said that. How many That's 3 or 4 in a row, you guess, isn't it?
I'm doing pretty
All right.
good.
Well, I'm going to give you a chance to go 5 for 5 or whatever it is that you're on. Here's another one. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. I will tell you, he was a movie star. He was a martial artist. Maybe that may give it away. And he's pretty bad tail. He's pretty badass. Let me just put it that way. Austin, any guess? Did you get me, Dave? Did you find her? No. I know you found her the last time somehow or another. Any guess, Austin?
No.
No. David?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. We've got Chuck Norris. All right. Well, I can't guess, David, because I know the answer because I wrote this. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. That would be one of the fastest cats with his hands that ever lived. That would be Bruce Lee. You just went the other way, David.
Yeah, I know.
Bruce Lee said that.
He got 4 out of 5.
Yeah, Dave's still on a roll, though, man, because Dave's been on these things. So, again, welcome into the show, David Rodgers, Austin Stevens, Dave Holland. Welcome along. I'm going to get to your comments here in just a minute. And let me turn my phone back on here so I can, let's see. Austin, here we go. All right. Hey, guess what we got coming up? Don't go anywhere because here comes a roundtable right after this commercial break.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
We'll go around the region, around the table with the latest news and notes. Brought to you by Harry Business in the Deerfoot Plaza, home of the $10 haircut. Call Dave Holland and Company at 904-964-3338. That's 904-964-3338. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 9 to 5, closed on Sundays. But I assure you, if you need a haircut for Sunday church or whatever, all you got to do is, if you got Dave's personal information, give Dave a buzz and whammo. He'll be there and he'll cut your hair. Right, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So good things going on at Harry Business. Tonight's news. We begin in Marion County, where an investigation is underway by the Marion County School District after a 10-year-old student committed suicide, David. How about that? Following claims he was bullied at Legacy Elementary School. One of his teachers has been removed from the classroom while the district investigates the allegations. David, you know, we talk, and Austin, you just coming out of school here just a couple of years ago, we talk about bullying at school. And this is a big topic and a big issue. You know, every school has that one kid, two kids that just think they're better than everybody else, tougher than everybody else, so they want to bully somebody around. The problem is, David, when you bully somebody like that, you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know their home life. You don't know what's going on. And that can take a kid, just like this 10-year-old, to commit suicide because he doesn't know how to handle the situation. You know what I mean? Or the situation wasn't handled as he told. I hope he told somebody, but it doesn't sound like it in this instance. But we got to figure out how to curb bullying. Clay County Commissioners held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for 6 new pickleball courts at Twin Lakes Park, east of Keystone Heights last week. The events also featured a match between County Commissioner Betsy Condon and County Manager Howard Wanamaker. The park has a variety of options for kids and is located off County Road 214, east of Lake Geneva. Austin, somebody told me that you play pickleball. Is that true?
That is 100% fake news.
That is fake news. Well, I'm not sure what's going on there, Austin, but somebody told me you did play pickleball. But let me tell you a little something about pickleball.
And I heard you got that from CNN.
Negative. I don't get anything from there. But
sure?
anyway, yes, sir. I can assure you of that. The only thing I get from there is I don't even look at the weather there. So let's go for that.
Oh, you contact Austin's Weather Service, all right?
Absolutely, I contact Austin's Weather Service. But pickleball is a big sport now, David. There, a lot of people play it. Hey, from age 8 to 80, they enjoy it. And I tell you, don't be surprised in the future Olympics, Summer Olympics, that's not a game that they're gonna. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's called
pickleball. Yeah. It's like almost like baseball, just inside of a closed area, and you got your little pickle bat, bam, and you hit it. It's pretty neat. It's pretty interesting. I'll have to show you. We here at On the Spot are very excited to be part of the upcoming Stark Splash Bash on July 4th. David and Austin and viewers, that's the big event that's coming up between now and the 4th. I know we got other things that we're going to be doing, with county commissioner meetings, city commissioner meetings, some things going on at different churches and stuff. But the big event that's putting Stark on the map is the Stark Splash Bash on July the 4th. Michael Heater is the director and producer of this event. But David Rodgers, will be the voice of Splash Bash again this year, and I will have a team of folks helping me. Matt Peterson, J.D. Norman, he's going to perform and help out as well. We got a sound man. It's going to be really good. There will be a charity cornhole tournament, and Mitchell Gunner will be putting on another fantastic car show, as he always does. The highlight of this event, aside from me being on the stage, which I don't know about all that, will be the parade, which at this point has over 50 entries so far, and I've heard, David, it's exceeded 60 to 65 now.
Wow.
And more are expected. Mark your calendars and plan on joining me, the show pony himself and the voice of the Bradford Tornadoes, David Rodgers, at Splash Bash on July 4th. For more information, like and follow the Stark Splash Bash page on Facebook. Give you all the information. $5 entry. I think it's $3 prepay. $5 the day of. You're not going to find entertainment, David, anywhere in this region for $5. No, not what you're getting here. Hey, there's going to be a softball game, Guns and Hoses softball game. The fire department against the police officers. That starts it off. That's where the ceremonies kick off. Then we're going to come back over to the stage area and to the football area and the practice football area, and that's where a lot of events is going to be happening. We're going to have the foam bath. We're going to have the water for the kids to play. We're going to have little slides. We're going to have everything, plus live acts this year, David. Live acts with Southern Burn. You've heard that band.
Mm-hmm.
You know some guys in Southern Burn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be the headliner and closing out the show before all the fireworks go down. So please come out and join us for that. We're going to have a good time. Touch a Truck event, you name it, it's going on there. We'll get into that more in depth as more of the information gets kicked over. So again, make sure you mark your calendars for that. Finally, Dave, it's time for the Recall Recap, featuring product recalls from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. This week, we have undeclared almonds. What? Almonds? I love almonds, David. Don't you? Hey, well.
Absolutely.
Schnucks issues allergy alert on select Culinaria nut mixes due to a mislabel. Product may contain undeclared almonds. Affected products may be returned to the nearest Schnucks store for a full refund or exchange. Customers with questions may contact the Schnucks customer care team at 1-314-994-4400 or 1-800-264-4400. These products, plus other recalls, can be found on the CPSC and FDA websites. You can Google FDA recall or consumer recall to get the complete list, and we will feature recalls each week that could pose a threat to you. But David, before we go into the weather, just a couple of things. I heard something today. I don't know if you're aware. There is a county commissioners meeting going on right now. Did you spot, was that being held at Charlie John's, or was it did you see all the cars there when you rode by?
I think it was at the courthouse.
Okay, at the courthouse. So they are having a commissioners meeting, and one of the things on topic, Dave, and I don't know if you heard this, I just heard about it the other day, and that is they're trying to combine the Stark Police Department and the Sheriff's Office all in one. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't have a lot of information.
That before.
They have, and I know that for whatever reason, the police department stayed its own entity, and the sheriff's office stayed its own entity. I know they work closely together. Chief Punkin, which is Jeff Johnson, and of course Gordon Smith. They work closely together to handle all kinds of issues and problems. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how people feel about that. I don't know if Stark is going to think that they're getting services taken away from them. If the county thinks the same, I don't have enough information on that. But maybe we can get Gordon Smith on next week, along with Chris Davis, and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, to come in and talk about that. But I know that's one of the hot topics that's being talked about tonight.
Yes.
What do you feel about it? I know you're out in the county. Your business is is it in city limits, Dave, or is that just outside?
City limits.
Okay, so let me get somebody that lives outside but has a business inside.
You know, the sheriff's department covers the city limits as well as the city police.
Absolutely.
I just don't know if you take over the city.
Right.
What's going to happen to all the officers working for the city police? Are they going to turn into deputies for the sheriff's department, or what's going to happen to Chief Johnson?
What is his position going to be? Things like that. David, I fully agree with you. I'm not sure if maybe that's one of the things that are being talked about right now, and I hope they come to a conclusion about that, because, you know, when we were talking about the fire department, you remember a couple of years back, that got into a little heated thing. That's the Theresa fire station that we're talking about. Remember, that got heated a little bit between a lot of parties. We covered that. We brought everybody what we knew and what we had. Mitchell Gunner, yourself, all of us did a great job compiling that information together. David, we even had meetings, remember, to talk about this and how we were going to present it. Yeah. And we felt like that the public needed to know, for some of those people that don't get the news, or this is our only way to get news. And, I'd like for Gordon, because like I said, I didn't know much of what was going on. If I did, I'd speak about it more. But maybe we can get Gordon to come on, and Chief Johnson both, and find out that's a good idea. Both of them, and let's see what's going on. We'll reach out to Sheriff Smith and Chief Johnson, see if they'll come on next week and see what that meeting was about. But I know that meeting's going on right now, because I do believe that meeting starts at 6:30. Is that not right, David?
Yes.
So we'll find out exactly what's going on there. Sorry I haven't been able to get to your comments. I'm not sure what's going on with this page, David. I know you got some over there. Maybe you can read a few off before Austin comes on and does his weather. Can you do that for me, Big Dave?
Olivia Hill.
Olivia Hill from Bowie, Maryland. Yep, she's on.
Yes. I'm into you too, darling. Shirley Bagwell, good evening.
Yes.
Brent Hurst.
How about that? Okay.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is on. Really?
Well, Brent was saying Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, okay. Well, Brent didn't get it right, did he? But it was close. Not bad.
No. He also, Brent also threw out Jackie Chan.
He threw out Jackie Chan. That's not a bad guess.
That's not a bad guess.
Shirley
Bagwell and Randy Brooks are watching with you.
Yep.
And Brent, he loves cars.
He loves cars. So ask him. I want to know if Brent likes on-the-spot motorsports media with Mitchell Gunner.
I wonder, he should tune in on that.
He should tune in on that. That is all about cars.
Yeah.
And
Melissa Cribbs said, "Hey guys,
well, tell Melissa Cribbs we love her too.
we love you too, Melissa Cribbs."
That's right. She does a good job. She's part of the Start Splash Bash committee, and we definitely enjoy what she's doing. Boy, I tell you what, David, I wish I could get this page to come up. I don't know what the heck's going on. Maybe I need to get out of here and try this again. What do you think? I don't know either, David. Heck, who knows, man? Anyway, Austin, well, you want to go to commercial break, or we want to bring up the weather, or you want to just let Austin go for it?
Well, let's let Austin go for it.
All right, Austin, real close over here.
Yeah, there you go,
there
sir.
you go, right there. All right, Austin, welcome in. Hey, how about some lovely weather? I know we've had some. Are we going to have some negative stuff toward the end of the week? That's the question for you.
I got a good answer for that.
Detailed
right.
local forecasts
Well, as long
sent
as
right to
David
you.
doesn't let a hayfield on fire tomorrow, we'll be good.
Oh,
So
all right.
otherwise, it'll be nice and dry. Temperatures will moderate to near 90 by the weekend. We have a high pressure system developing. A storm system will be setting up over the country through the next remainder of May that will cause high pressure in the northern plains up near North Dakota and all the way across to Wisconsin, bringing warmer weather to them after they got
This weather report brought to you by Austin's Weather Service at Keystone Heights.
30 inches of snow
Weather Service on Facebook.
in May.
Detailed local forecasts sent right to you.
Michigan. But down here back at home, temperatures will moderate from the lower 50s to upper 40s Thursday morning, with daytime highs in the upper 70s with very low humidity. We are under a fire weather watch as of Tuesday, May 2nd, but expecting a red flag warning for wind speeds of 15 to 20 miles an hour with humidity values as low as 20%. Exercise caution and do not burn. This red flag warning will be posted on Austin's Weather Service Facebook page at facebook.com/Austin's Weather Service. Tropics, by the way, Hurricane Preparedness Week this week. Not expecting a very busy season, but all it takes is one storm to cause a impactful season for anywhere along the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic Ocean. So go through your hurricane preparedness, make sure you've got everything ready, and of course, if you've got a generator, I see gas prices are going up, so I just hope we don't get one.
There you
Knock on
go.
wood.
There you go.
But in case if we do, Austin's Weather Service and On the Spot with David Rodgers will keep you informed. Back to you, David.
Hey, thank you very much, Austin. That was a great weather report. Stay right there. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Let's, I know you keep up with all the United States. You keep up with all regions. Let's go to the West Coast. People that may be tuning in for the West Coast. What are they looking at, brother, this next week?
So this next week, you all are, I know in like Las Vegas, Nevada, it's been as hot as 100 degrees already. That warming trend will slowly dissipate by the end of the week and the beginning of next week as we have this weather system setting up across the country. These type of weather systems normally happen between March and April. It is late this year. That's what's bringing all of our wind to the East Coast. But it will stay warm. It will cool down, like I said, on the East Coast, but then patterns through May 15th will shift, and the East Coast will slightly warm up while the West Coast turns cooler, and there possible showers, possible rainy activity in the desert, southwest, and through the southern plains with this pressure system.
Okay. How about you gave a little bit of the north. You talk about Michigan getting snow. What's the Midwest states looking like up through that way and over toward the East Coast, like toward New York and that?
They're looking dry. Actually, a little bit. They're about to get a little bit below average rainfall for the next 15 days, summary, and that's thanks to this high pressure system messing up because all the rain will be going down through southern Texas and then running across the Gulf of Mexico into central and southern Florida. Also, want to ask you what you think about that hail event in Florida.
Yeah, Austin, everybody was showing pictures of hail, quarter-size hail and things like that. But I'm going to be honest with you.
1.75 inch in diameter hail in Nassau County.
Well, let me say this to you, Austin, and I didn't see any. I didn't get any of
Well,
that.
be glad.
Well, absolutely. Dave didn't see any. I mean, there was it sporadic,
Yes.
Austin?
Yes.
So some people seen it, like I know Brooker reported quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of report in Stark and Lottie in this area, though. Why is that?
Because the storm, when it blew up, I was tracking this from Universal Studios. That was one hell of an adventure. Get the pun. The storm pattern with that, when it went through, is the storm blew up on it blew its top,
Right.
and got up about 30,000 feet, and
Right.
up there it was about 25 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once the wind shear got a hold of the top of the storm, it blew the top off, which then lowered the storm below the freezing criteria at around 15 to 20,000 feet ceiling, which caused no hail for Stark and Lottie.
Oh, okay. Very well. Great job description. Austin, thank you for that weather report. We're going to come back to you here in just a little bit, and you give us that weather report again. Brought to you by Austin's Weather Service right there. Love this young man. He'll get you a weather report if you need it. Also, he is our YouTube guru. He downloads all of our shows because we're not on YouTube and Facebook, Austin, both at the same time. And that is because right now, David, we're trying to get that integrated, but right now at this point, we don't have it integrated. Is that right?
Correct.
So Austin has to take this show and download it. And if
Which I
you've
don't
ever
mind doing.
downloaded it, he doesn't mind doing it. But if you ever try to download something like this, where it's an hour and 20, hour and 30, hour and 40 minutes, whatever more, it takes a little time to do that.
Yes.
That's why hang on just a moment. Well, that's why we give Austin a 24-hour period, because he's got things that come up. He's looking at his weather. He's got things he does at his house. So we try to guarantee you by 7 o'clock on Wednesday, if you don't follow Facebook, that it will be up on YouTube. Austin, is that correct?
Yes. The thing that I wanted to say, on YouTube, you get a special thing. You get a special render. If you go to on your TV and go to advanced, you can actually view this live feed in 4K. We do render it up to 4K quality compatibility, rendering through for TVs and other devices. So that's one benefit on why we can't stream it to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, because Facebook only supports 1080p frameworks, while YouTube supports up to 4K at 60 FPS.
All right, so real quick before I let you go. So how many views are we getting on the YouTube side? What's an average? Even if it sounds low, I don't care. What are we getting on an average on the YouTube side?
5 to 10. About 5 to 10. Facebook's more the big hit because we're more popular over here.
Right.
But we're working on eventually having our own custom URL over there, which to be continued on that for our YouTube side. But if you want the premium quality, it's over on YouTube.
There you go. So go watch the show on YouTube, and one of these days maybe we can integrate this. We're working on that as we speak. All right, thank you very much, Austin. Greatly appreciate that, and greatly appreciate your knowledge and your hard work. All right, now, David, so on Wednesday nights at Fun Point, which is one of our sponsors, Michael Heater, who's in charge of the Splash Bash, who used to be here with us, he, there we go. I was like, man, that number dropped quick, but it came back and more. He does trivia on Wednesday nights at the Downtown Grill. Starts at 7 o'clock. He is your trivia host there when he's in town and when he doesn't have anything going on. So make sure you go on Wednesday nights, Fun Point, play some trivia, hang out with Mike, and if you can, or if you can't go Wednesday, how about Thursday nights, David? At the Downtown Grill. You was there last Thursday night.
I had a great
Buddy, did we have a packed house?
Right, absolutely.
There was 9 teams, and there was people just sitting in there that weren't even playing.
Yeah.
That place was packed out. I want to thank each and everybody that came there and helped celebrate Miss Shelley Rodgers' birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to her. She had a great time all weekend. Let her relax quite a bit. And that's what you're supposed to do, David. on people's birthdays, especially. She works hard. Let's call it like it is. And everybody that watches this show knows Melissa, people that know Shelly. She is the backbone of Bradford High School. She makes things happen at Bradford High School. If it wasn't for her, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of things would, thank you. The word would be mass chaos. Nobody would know what to do. Shelly knows. Shelly's got it right here. So she plans out all these events. So want to thank Shelly for her hard work that she does over at the high school. But anyway, come out to it Thursday night, team trivia with your host, David Rodgers. We start at 7:30. We play in the back room right now because we're trying to still get all the TVs unified, even if we go like that. David, I took a poll, and you know what they said? They said they like it in there. It's just a little more personable.
Yeah.
They've got a waiter and a waitress that's specific to that room.
Yeah.
And it really is personable. We had a great time last week. We're going to have another great time this week. Please come out and support trivia on Thursday nights at the Downtown Grill. Come out and have your favorite food, your favorite beverage, and the laughs that you couldn't believe. Boy, I tell you, some people are funny there, ain't they? Especially your host. Good grief. Yeah, man. We'll cut a joke anyway. Yeah, I appreciate that. But hey, Thursday nights, you get a chance to win a $40 gift certificate for first, $30 for second, $20 for third, and a free appetizer. So, again, please come out. All right. After that, we have everyone's favorite segment, and we're going to draw tonight, by the way, that brings back a little history, brought to you by our great media partners, WEAG, Eagle Country, 106.3 FM, Chuck and Mary Kramer and Lynn Vellis, mine and Byron's boss on Friday nights. And why is that, David? Why are they our boss on Friday nights, especially in the fall? Tornado football. That's Tornado. We call Tornado football. I'm the play-by-play man. Byron is the color commentator. Have a good time doing that. Mr. Kevin Howe used to do it. Byron filled in last year. Done a wonderful job. Also, Mitchell Gunner fills in when I'm not there or when Byron's not there. Mitchell Gunner will fill in. He's done a good job with it as well. And the Bradford County Telegraph and their great staff, including owner John Miller, editor-in-chief Mark Crawford, the ad guru himself, J.R. Tillman, and of course, Mr. Photogenic himself, Cliff Smelly. Here's what's the dates. These are the headlines from the Bradford Telegraph during the first week of May in what year? Lottie Council backing Carey in absence dispute. Missing Hampton woman rescued. More details of a $2.5 million food project. Was that the first week of May of 2018, 2020, or 2022? Lottie Council backing Carey in absence dispute. Missing Hampton woman rescued. More details of $2.5 million food project. First week of May, David, of 2018, 2020, or 2022. Let me help you out. Lottie residents have an issue with Councilman Dale Crairy's work-related absences and have called for his fellow council members to oust him out of here. Wow. Taylor County deputies rushed a Steinhatchee motel, rescuing a Hampton woman who had been abducted by her boyfriend. Nice job, Taylor County deputies. The USDA's Emergency Watershed Program granted Bradford County more than $2.5 million for a 14.7-mile flood abatement project to remove major obstructions from Alligator Creek and other waterways that contributed to flooding from the previous year. I don't know what that has to do with more details of a $2.5 million. It should have been flood project, not food project. Right, David?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so more details of a $2.5 million flood project, because that is talking about the watershed program granted Bradford County more than $2.5 million for a 14.7-mile flood abatement project to remove major obstructions from Alligator Creek. Remember all those limbs and all that crap going down through there, cleaning some of that concrete up, and other waterways that contributed flooding from the previous year. This is where you play. Lottie Council backing Crary in absence dispute. Missing Hampton woman rescued in Taylor County, and more more details of a $2.5 million flood project. Was that the first week of May of 2018, 2020, or 2022? This is where you play. Hey, so all you got to do is guess that date right. If you guess that date right, we put your name in the drawing at the end of the month for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to where I do trivia at the Downtown Grill. Here it is, Dave, if you want one to put up there real quick, right in front of the camera. A $25 gift certificate to the Downtown Grill, courtesy of myself. And there you go, right there. Look at that beautiful gift certificate. I will fill it out, courtesy of Chrissy and Ricky Thompson and the staff at the grill. So, waiting for your guesses. And while we're waiting for your guesses, Dave, we have some business to take care of. I'm going to hand the hat back to you because we actually got a winner. We had several names in the drawing for last month. So David is going to hold the hat. This is the fire hat that Mr. Michael Heater is letting us borrow. I'm going to pick a name out of there, and you will win. I'll write it right now. A $25 gift certificate to the Downtown Grill. Dave, you shook him up. Everything's good?
Yeah.
All right, let me see here.
That's thick.
All right, let me see. All right, I'm going to hold it down. Uh-oh. Look at here, David. You want to hold it up to the camera? And this month's winner, is she on tonight? Did you see her?
I didn't see her.
Well, I hope she is, because Miss Sharon Petiprin just won a $25 gift certificate to the Downtown Grill. I'm writing it out right now. And I'm going to put Sharon Petiprin all over this. Petiprin. The model, right, David?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Petiprin. There we go. OTS show. How about that? Dave, you can put it up there and show her that I wrote it out to her.
Oh.
I owe Melissa Cribbs one, and I owe Roy Jackson one. So, congratulations, Sharon Petiprin. All right, for all you viewers that are on, you better stay on, because I have a little game I'm going to play with you where somebody can win a free appetizer at the Downtown Grill tonight. I am giving away stuff, David, left and right. You can only win if you're on, because you have to do something for me. You can only win if you stay on. So I'll get to that here in just a second. David, I tell you, it's been a great show so far. You went over some of this. Olivia, Shirley, Britton, good job. Thank you for joining us. Let's see who we got here. Mr. Dwight Allen is on. Boom. Let me see here. See if we can get back there.
We got Judith Young. She's went with 2018.
Ooh, that's a very good guess.
Oh, God, that's a good guess right there.
Randy Brooks,
I'm debating if I should
2018.
Okay, do you want to write those down, Dave? I'll try to get with you here if you can. Dwight Allen, good evening, my man. Well, I've got some good news coming up as soon as we get done with this. But you have to be on to win that free appetizer. If you're not on, then you don't have a chance to win. So you better spread the news that somebody right here, I've got it right here, can win a free appetizer to the Downtown Grill for your use. And we're going to play a little game, and you'll love it. All right. Britton Hurst says, I love cars. Melissa Cribbs, hello to you. We love you as well, and you love us. Thank you very much. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go.
I was looking
Let's
through
go.
some stuff. Dwight Allen was impacted by that hailstorm.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Britton Hurst says, I've watched the motorsports page like David said, and I'm loving the content. Let's talk about it. David, or Austin, can you see that shirt right there? That's right up above you to the left right there. Can you grab that and just, you don't have to move, just hand it to me. Just hand it to me. There you go, sir. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Mitchell Gunner, On the Spot Motorsports Media. He is your host. He had 2 great interviews last week. On the Spot Motorsports Media every Thursday night at 7 o'clock when he has a guest. And I tell you, we've had some articles on there that has blown up. And I tell you, We have more than 255,000 views on one thing, and that was about that racetrack. And I tell you, it's a good thing. So catch On the Spot Motorsports Media. If you would like one of these lovely T-shirts, $28, and you can purchase one yourself right here. $28. There's only one or two. Watch out, Austin, right there. I got a little something up against the wall I don't want you to hit. So, good job. Thank you. But anyway, me and Mitchell, or us and Mitchell's the only one that's got these shirts. If you want to be special, you can get one of these shirts. Let us know. You can hit us on the spot, 32091@gmail.com. That's our Gmail address. Any of our messenger pages or Facebook, you can hit us if you want one of those lovely shirts. $28. It's a steal, baby. I can tell you that. Right, David?
Correct.
All right. Dwight said he did have some of that hail over there at over at Moodyville. Good evening, Judith. David, you need to help us out at trivia on Thursday night, Shirley said. Well, shoot, wait a minute, Shirley. You know what? Y'all took third place last week. And first place the week before. Yeah. I ain't need my help. Shoot, they're answering everything. So, Shirley, good job. I like it so much better in there, she says, in that room. Yeah. All right, you got a lot of guesses. Dwight Allen says 2018. Judith Sally says 2018. Who else you got, David, over there?
I got Randy Brooks, 18.
Uh-huh.
Melissa Cribbs,
uh-huh.
18.
Yep.
Shirley Bagwell, 18.
Uh-huh.
And our good old Mitchell Gunner has thrown his hat in.
Yeah, and he says 2018.
2018.
Yeah, but Mitchell's not eligible to win. But that's okay. Mitchell's trying to, you know what he's trying to do, David? He's trying to steer everybody away. You see what he's doing, right? Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Of course that's what he's doing. You know that, Dave.
I wonder if anybody's going to change their mind.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go to you two fine gentlemen. Austin Stevens, give me a guess.
Hey, I didn't pull an April Fool's joke. 2008.
2018. Is that what you want?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, that's your guess. I don't know about you.
I can't say if it's right or wrong, and I can't say the direct answer.
Well, you can sort of, unless you just know the answer and seen my page, then you don't know. So take a stab. 18, 20, or 22?
I guess I'll just go with the majority for now.
You're going 18?
Yeah.
David?
I'm going with 20.
You're going with 20?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we got a bunch of 18s. We got a bunch of 20s. Billy Rayford, looking good, brother, but you know I ain't got my glasses on right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, guess what else you ain't got? You ain't took your meds either. So that's a big problem right there. So, absolutely. Gene McKenzie, good evening, brother. You should get some of the Tornado coach, some of the players on the show before the spring game. I'm expecting a great year. He says, you are the voice of the Tornadoes. Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to get them on. I want to talk to several players. I want to talk to the coaches. You know, we lost a lot of good talent, but we got a lot of returning talent coming on. And yes, Gene, we're going to talk about Tornado football as it's coming close. They're already in their spring drills right now, working out, David. I'm telling you, David, I'm looking for another great year out of the Tornadoes. Yes. What do you think?
Another great year indeed.
Yeah,
this coach we got, man, he really pulled it out of the hat last year, and I think he's got some special stuff coming out this year.
I do as well, David. Let's see. Judith said, if you're working tomorrow, come see me on the food truck, and I'll give you some cookies. Hey! Woo! You better give us, tell us where that's at, because I know Dave Holland, he loves the hell out of cookies. And Austin Stevens, he gobbles them down like the dadgum Cookie Monster.
And I had a bag of cookies, and Austin came by and stole them.
And stole them like the Cookie Monster does.
I'm telling you.
Good grief.
I invoke the fifth.
You invoke the fifth. Well, there you go. The small article was on the Quadra all being on the track at the same time, the father and his three sons. Okay, yeah. So remember we was talking about that? So it was all the Quadra boys, from the father down to his three sons, all on the track at the same time.
Amazing.
Amazing. NHRA event like that, and nothing but relations is on that track.
The whole family.
That's why it's gotten so many. If somebody can tell me, and you better not go anywhere because I lost 2 people. Somebody's going to have a chance to win a free appetizer. I'm trying to get you to stay on. It's simple and it's easy game as we go over some stuff. But, David, that right there is, that's probably unheard of. And those hits that we got, me and you talked, and I talked to Mitchell today. Austin, unless you know something, unless I don't know something, 257,000 views. I don't know if there's anything on Facebook that has, Facebook alone now. I'm not talking about TikTok. I'm not talking about Instagram. I'm not talking about any of that. That's gotten that many hits on anything. You almost have to pull the history books. Austin, can you think of anything that would have gotten that over a 250,000 hits just on Facebook now? Do you think there's some things?
Oh, of course. I mean, just alone, Austin Western, I can tell you on the internal side, we pull in about 20,000 for this region. Just this region here, Bradford.
At any one time, though? Or over a certain series?
So this last month with the severe weather, it did spike, of course, expected, but average about 10K. But pulling in 250,000 for a page like Mitchell's size, that's a very, very outreaching boundary.
Let me ask you something. Can you find out for me if that's a record? Can you find out for me if that Facebook would have contacted him, right, or contacted us if that was some kind? They won't do that.
No, it has to be at least 20 million.
Okay,
before 20 million before Facebook would reach out
to say anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like for you to see where that places though just on Facebook. Can you research that for me? Is that something you can find out?
Based off of what I do with studying, because I'm also a media, I'm the YouTube manager, but also for Austin's Web Service. When you post something on Facebook, like on a public page, it can floor and go through the roof like this did, or it can drop. So there's no records, there's no record popularity. In the internet, yes, but that goes for the internet. But on an average platform, no. Things pop up, things die as quick as storms die.
Right, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
And speaking of stuff, Judith Young used Austin's Web Service automated AI system over last week to prepare for storms when she was working on planning for her.
I was just getting ready to read that, Austin. Let me give you a big shout out, okay? Judith Young, a big shout out to Austin's Weather Service for saving the day with his quick and precise forecast for us on the food truck on Saturday. So that was a great job, Austin. You do a great job as well. Judith says, I'll have cookies on the Heifer Stews food truck tomorrow for lunch at Jackson's here in Stark. Peaches and cream, white chocolate, macadamia nut, and red velvet cookies and cream. David?
I know where you're going.
I know where you're going, David. I'm in Lake City tomorrow.
Man. And I'm in Keystone Heights, so I'm...
Yeah, you may not be able to
be at.
Jackson's Building Supply.
Oh, yeah, right down the road for me.
Yep. And David, we lost another one. We was at 11 live. Now we're down to 7 because they won't stick around because, yes, I'm running my mouth, but we have to get through this. You're not going to have a chance to win a... What? Free appetizer.
Let's do it.
So, all right, but we got to say first. All right, and the answer is, David?
Uh-oh.
That answer is, anybody that said 2018, you're moving on into the drawing for next month's $25 gift certificate. So, great job by y'all guys.
And the only reason why I knew that was, the reason I knew the answer, because Austin's Weather Service, 2 weeks prior to that, literally turned 2 years old.
How about that? 2 years old.
Wow.
Judith says, yay. All right. Got one of them back. Here we go. We're fixing to play the game. All right. Here we go. For a free appetizer, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to shuffle these cards like I have. Dave's going to be my witness. You have to remember which card that you have. So I need to know if you're online. If you're online, type in yes. Oh, she says, let's say, Dwight Allen says 2 in a row. Woohoo. Didn't know Dave loved cookies better than cake. Oh, we have lost some viewers, and I'll tell you what, some people are going to be really, really torqued off because this is so easy, brother. They didn't want to stay, so there you go. All right. Here we go. Melissa Cribbs is on. Judith is on. Dwight is on. Randy's on. Shirley's on, I know. Give me a yes, Shirley. And then we're going to go ahead and start this. If somebody gets in, okay. All right. Melissa Cribbs, here is your card. Dave can hold it up for you. It's a 6. You got to tell me what card you got. We're not going to remember it. So when I ask, you need to tell me what your card is, because the high number or the high card is going to win that appetizer. All right, Judith Young, your card is a 9. So you need to repeat it back to me. Dwight Allen, your card is a 6 of diamonds, or a 6, I don't care. Randy Brooks.
Who was that 6?
6 was Dwight Allen. All right, here we go. Wow, look at this. Randy, your number is a 9. All right. Let me see, anybody else on? My goodness, somebody's missing out. Shirley's still on. I got to get her a card. All right, Shirley, got to tell me a yes, and you got to repeat it back to me. Your card is a king. Uh-oh. King of spades.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, that's going to be hard to beat. And I'm trying to keep up. David, do you have anything besides Dwight Allen on yours right now? Below Dwight Allen? On your comments?
No.
Okay. So, Shirley is yes. You have a king of spades, Shirley. I'm going to give people 30 seconds to get back on. This is the easiest prize you'll ever win. We're going to play little games like this. I'm glad y'all followed the rules. I see somebody came on, so tell me that you're back on. You've got 15 seconds so I can give you a card.
What was Randy Brooks?
A 9. Yep, and he repeated it back, I do believe. So, whoever came on, yep, she did. Whoever came back on, let me know that you're on. 10 seconds. All you got to do is say yes so I can give you a card to win a free appetizer at the Downtown Grill.
5 cards.
Just one. Just one. Yep. 1 card shootout. I don't see any more, David.
Nope.
2, 1.
1. Randy's got his 9. All right, that's it. There was 2 other people that came on and didn't get their name in time.
One of them was me.
One of them was you. Okay. Congratulations, Shirley Bagwell, for winning the free appetizer with a king of spades.
Wow.
Wow.
You go, girl.
You ain't kidding. Somebody's going to be madder than heck. Now we getting 2 more in. Too late now. Right? So, game from...
Mitchell wish he could play.
Is that what he said? Mitchell wishes he could play. Yeah. You're welcome. I've got it right here, Shirley. I'll bring it to you. All right. Let's move on, Dave. I know we take a little time, but we like to get these precursors out so we can get into our stuff. It is, what time is it, David? It is 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time, here as we call on the Eastern Seaboard.
Yep.
Want to talk about a couple of things that's going on. David, will you bring that over here? I want to bring STEM is great, and I want to read a little bit about it. Great. Guitars, robotics, Rockery, advanced technical education, summer institutes, grant funded by the National Science Foundation, is a new opportunity for rising 9th through 12th grade students beginning in the summer of 2023. This summer, here in just a couple of weeks. They will offer 2-week summer STEM camps at each of the 5 Santa Fe College academic centers. Dates will be set in spring 2023 for their summer camps, and during summer of 2023, they'll be offering robotics curriculum and this hands-on learning opportunity for teens. There will be no cost, David, for this program. Are you kidding me? No cost.
A free
It's
program.
free.
Free for this program for campers, and we're excited, or they are, about getting students thinking about careers in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and technical fields after graduation. There are some dates here. I'm going to give this to David so he can type this in for next week, and it's Santa Fe Community College. And David, bring that lovely guitar around here. Let me move this. You want me to do it? All right. And I'm going to get Dave to get this a little closer. You may want to take a picture of this. This is one guitar that our students did over the spring. As you can see, you've got the tornado there. You've got all the strings, all the knob adjustments, and it's got a pick from Santa Fe Community College on the end. This is a beautiful redwood guitar. It's white, beautiful. I'm going to get Dave to take this up there and get it a little bit closer. But this is one of the things that they made over that 2-week program. And David, this is a heavy-duty guitar. This is nothing to play with. This is a beautiful guitar. I want to thank Shelly Rodgers for letting me borrow it. She's got to get it back tomorrow. But this is a great, great program. It's free. Hey, we need more things like this, David, for our kids to stay out of trouble and don't think bad things, but think good things. This right here can sell for a bunch of money. But look at that, David. Take that up there and let them see the nice work that's on this guitar. And I tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Don't forget, STEM is great, and we'll be putting this out more. Get your student registered. Not only are they going to make guitars, they're going to play with robotics. They're going to do rockets, all kinds of things. And that is a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Shirley says, wow. Yeah, Shirley, that is definitely one of those things that we can commend ourselves on. All right. Things going on at Bradford High School. Couple of things there. Well, I forgot to bring the sheet. No, I didn't. Here it is right here. So, progress reports. This is Bradford High School coming from Will Hartley and all the staff at Bradford High School. Congratulations to this month's top tornadoes. Matthew Stafford, Agape Meringi, Hycinthia Nielsen, and Lauren Bowen. Thank you for being top model students at BHS. Wednesday, testing, U.S. History, EOC. Thursday, AP Seminar exam. And Friday, AP U.S. History exam. Be ready because testing is arriving, and you must have a charged Chromebook. Progress reports will be available on May the 4th. They should be available right now or in a couple of days. So make sure you check that online and get your progress report. Students interested in dual enrolling this summer or fall need to contact Mrs. Cumbus ASAP as registrations will be closing. Upward Bound scholars, if you have not RSVP'd to the May 13th Upward Bound formal end of the year event, please do so now and no later than May the 5th. Also, if you have not submitted your summer intent form for the 6-week Summer Academy, please do so ASAP, or you cannot attend the summer program without it. We talked about the great right there and the beautiful guitar. Yearbooks are in. Students who have pre-ordered may pick up theirs during lunch or before or after school. Tutoring continues this week and will be in the library from 3:45 to 4:45 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All you have to do is show up and be ready to work. Fellowship of Christian athletes meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Please come for free food and fellowship. All students are welcome. Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry students need to keep doing their lesson online. If you miss one, you have to make that lesson up online. The FFA banquet is this Thursday evening, so make sure if you're an FFA student, bring your parents and attend that banquet. JROTC travels to Nationals next weekend. congratulations to you guys. Please bring back some trophies from that national event. Baseball has been eliminated from district play, and so has softball. So, and also the girls' flag football team got beat last week 7-0. Undefeated season down the line. But, hey, things like that happen. They're young. They will be back. So that's going to end our spring sports with the exception of spring football, which we're going to be playing Buchholz on May the 25th. So make sure you come out and take a look at your new Bradford Tornadoes. Let's say Dwight Allen. Don't go anywhere, Dwight. Don't go anywhere. I've got a couple of things I want to ask you about. Let's see. Going back. Olivia Hill says it's really beautiful. It is a beautiful guitar. Dwight, don't go anywhere. I know you're saying good night, America. I know you got to get up early, so do I. But stick around. I got a couple of national notes I want you to see. Olivia says good night to him. And Shirley says, please pray for our students taking tests, as many are intelligent but don't do well on tests. I fully agree with that, Shirley. Absolutely. All right. Going over some news and notes, Austin.
Oh, boy.
First of all, Canadian famed folk singer and songwriter Gordon Lightfoot dies at the age of 84. He had many hits in his career, to include several number ones on the Billboard charts. Songs like Sundown, You Better Take Care, Sundown, Carefree Highway, and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and many more songs. R.I.P. Gordon Lightfoot. Also, Jerry Springer passed away at the age of 79 from the Jerry Springer Show. Former mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio. A little trivia there for you. So, Jerry Springer dies at the age of 79. Tim Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive also passed away. He was one of the creators and founders of Bachman Turner Overdrive, formerly with some members from the Guess Who. They became Bachman Turner Overdrive, and they had many, many hits. So R.I.P. To him. All right. Want to talk a little bit about Bud Light sales. Bud Light sales and Budweiser dropped for a third week in April, following a backlash over a partnership between the beer brand and a transgender influencer, according to industry monitors. Figures from trade newsletter Beer's Business Daily sales, cited by Barron's, show sales of the beer outside of hospitality premises fell 26% in the week ending April 22nd, compared with the same time a year ago. This follows reports last week that Bud Light had seen a 17% decline in sales revenue since this controversy began, with beer sales volume contracting 11% in the week ending April 8th and 21% in the week ending April 15th. So within a week period, another 10% drop. So it's steady dropping. It's not even increasing anymore. And they've had a couple of commercials out there trying to bring the product back, but right now it's not helping. Those who have called for a boycott of the brand have celebrated the news as a further sign that their action was having an impact on the company, which has faced accusations of alienating its traditional customer base. The row has crystallized a broader debate about the acceptance of transgender individuals in public life. On April 2nd, Mulvaney posted a video to her 1.7 million Instagram followers in which she explained that Bud Light had sent her a personalized can with her face on it. Listen to this, David. To commemorate 365 days of being a woman. Oh, Mulvaney promoted the beer can on her social media channels and in other videos. Following the boycott calls, supporters of Kari Lake, the Donald Trump-backed GOP candidate for Arizona governor in 2022, refused to drink the beer at an open bar at a rally in Iowa, which is one of the main caucuses that starts all the primaries and everything else. Elsewhere, a bar owner in Kentucky said he had noticed the drink sparking rows between patrons. Other licensed venues have withdrawn the beer totally from sales. Budweiser is losing $1 million to $1.5 million every day that this goes on. And how much, I know Budweiser's big. I know it's the king of beers, or it was until all this happened. What are they going to do to bring this back up? I mean, it's all over a transgender thing, David, and Budweiser backing this young lady up that has a lot of followers on Instagram and social media networks, and I don't know what Budweiser's going to do. Man, this has been going on for a couple of weeks now, a little over a couple of weeks, and so a lot of people not drinking that beer. I've talked to some of my friends at work, and they're saying, screw that. I'm drinking past Blue Ribbon. Yeah, and we know how that is. So, and other beers. All right. So that's enough of that. I'll get your input on that. Byron Bagwell says, good evening, brothers, sisters, patriots, infidels, and miscreants. Byron Bagwell said, that's a beautiful guitar. Byron, it is. And I tell you, those kids made that by hand through that program that I just talked about. Maybe I'll bring it back when you're on and you can take a look at that. And Shelly said, hey, maybe you can play a couple of chords on it for us, because I don't know how to play the darn thing. I'll be honest with you. Don't drink beer, but would never drink it after this. Shelly said she don't drink beer, but she wouldn't drink it after all that. And what a shame. Love the horses and the frogs commercial. You know, Shirley, and that is a shame. The Clydesdales. I feel bad for them, man. The Clydesdales was the face and the front of Budweiser beer.
Yeah.
And now it's thrown into the shame of history now with this thing going on. They're going to have to do something. Their marketing department better be very creative on how to bring this back. I don't know how a company can stand losing sales of $1.5 million a day. How long can you sustain that? You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. So I'm sure they're trying to probably figure out something to do. I don't know what that's going to be. I would even begin to do that. I will, Byron, for sure. All right. Let's go. Could Disney be moving out of the state of Florida? That's a question to you. David's looking at me. Well, while he isn't yet an official candidate in the 2024 presidential race, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is trying to boost his bona fides to be the Republican Party standard bearer with his War on Woke, WOW. However, that has drawn him into a conflict with the Sunshine State's biggest employer, Disney. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Over 70,000 jobs at Disney.
Wow.
That is big.
That's
The escalation now has the governor threatening Disney with legal action through the courts and/or legislation to curtail the decades-long special privileges the company enjoys in the state, as well as possibly making the access roads to the park toll roads, setting up an alternative theme park, and even building a jail nearby, as the company has outmaneuvered the governor. The feud has sparked a couple of politicians to make innuendos to Disney that it should pick up and leave Florida for a friendlier environment in their state. South Carolina being one of those states, North Carolina being one of those states as well. However, despite the current hostile situation in Florida, Disney has said it's not going anywhere, according to an expert from them on their entertainment giant. They're probably not going to go anywhere. That would be a heck of a move right there for somebody. 70,000 jobs impacted in the state of Florida. Hoo-wee. So I'm assuming they'll work this out. And I know DeSantis is trying to be proactive on some things, but sometimes, David, we got to step back and think, hey, what is good for the state? What is good for our economy? Right now, everybody's economy is inflation's up. We're in a recession, close to a depression. And we're going to get rid of 70,000 jobs. I understand the magnitude and what he's trying to say. But sometimes, remember what I told you? You have to look at the bigger picture. I know we have agendas with transgender school shootings or shootings, mass shootings, things happening in school, bullying. I know we've got all these things. and we need to address them, and we need to take care of them. But the first and foremost is you're not going to have any of those things if this great economy is not turning its wheels.
Ooh.
If this big engine, David, stops turning, guess what? Austin, Cheryl, you, and everybody that's watching, you thought 1929 was bad? It's going to be 100 times worse. Why? Population's up. More people here. More people in this great country. And if a depression comes, you're going to see mass chaos. You're talking about mass chaos? You're going to see mass chaos everywhere. The people are going to be hoarding food, right? They're going to be trying to rob you. They're going to be trying to kill you because they want to survive. And the depression would just cripple and crush this country. And it gives also who? Big eyes, China over there. Wow, they're struggling. Maybe it's time to take them over. Yeah. Russia, hey, let's combine. Let's take them over. North Korea, let's do it. Let's everybody do it. Let's go in there and get them. Could happen. It could definitely happen. All right. 1,500 more troops being sent to the southern border ahead of expected migrant surge. That is part of it, but me and Mitchell talked. Let me tell you the other part of this. The other part was the residents on the border of Texas says you better come in here or we're going to take care of ourselves. And they're talking about shooting these people and killing these people. So the government, Department of Defense, stepped in, and this is from the Department of Defense, stepped in and said, okay, there's going to be active duty troops for 3 months. They will join, this is 1,500 troops, going to be from their active duty services, probably all the services. For 3 months, they will join the 2,500 National Guard members that are down there as they are assisting the Border Patrol agents. It's getting worse, David, down there, and it's getting more crowded, and they're right there at the line. And some of these people will get desperate, David, and jump this, and I have a feeling there's not going to be a stop. This is going to be a shooting thing.
Well, 1,500 people is not going to be enough to cover our borders.
So you got 2,500, that's 4,000. That's 4,000 troops and the Border Patrol agents. It's still probably not enough. They got to cover that whole border of Texas. The whole border. It goes from Louisiana all the way over to New Mexico.
Yep.
I mean, you got that whole thing. El Paso's down there. All these, man, that is a lot of area to cover. And, these people that bring in these immigrants, they've got, David, several accesses and entry points that we don't even know about. There's underground things. There's trails that we don't know about. And I'm not sure that 4,500 is enough or more than that, counting the border agents. Bring in the A-10s, Byron said. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to come down to that. I mean, if they can't handle that.
They got to cover from Texas, the border from Texas and Mexico, all the way to California and Mexico.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly right. Not the state of Texas, but all the way to California because of other entry points. Tijuana, right down from San Diego. Juarez, right across from El Paso. There's Laredo, down from southern Texas. There's a lot of ground to cover, and I'm not sure that that's going to be enough. But keep an eye on that as that may start escalating pretty soon. And David, I want to pray for these people. Did you read this? 6 dead, dozens injured after a dust storm causes a horrific pileup on Illinois' I-55.
Wow.
72 vehicles were involved in the crashes. These dust storms led to zero visibility. Nobody could see. One stop, and it was just a big pileup for miles and miles and miles and miles. And I believe they're starting to clean this up now. But 6 deads and dozens injured.
And a dust storm up there?
Yep. Yep. The wind kicked up. The wind kicked up. They had just done their fields, freshened up their fields. So the light dust was sitting up on top, and then the wind started coming through, and it whipped across the highway, causing zero visibility. And I'm sure somebody stopped, tried not to hit anybody, and it just caused a chain reaction.
One after another, bam.
Yeah,
bam, bam.
that is horrific. That is horrific. I talked about Jerry Springer passing away. That is some of the news and notes that I had, David. I just want to talk a couple of minutes before I let Austin get back onto the weather. It is 8:22 Eastern time here on the East Coast. My name is David Rodgers. I'm the creator and host of On the Spot with David Rodgers. Byron Bagwell is joining us through the comments page and watching us there. Byron, I hope your day turned out a little bit better. Austin Stevens is in the house with the weather. And the Dancing Destroyer, Super Dave Holland, directing and producing the show. Thank you guys for being here. Wonderful show so far. Got a lot of information out. A lot of winners, Dave, on some things here. And that's what we want to do. And we've got a project that's coming up that me and Dave and the team is working on that I think you will find very interesting. Coming up, I'm hoping that we can get this foundation, at least get a trial run here in the next month or two. And, hey, you're going to enjoy this. You're going to want to watch every show, because if this thing works out like me and this man think it is, it's just not going to be on Tuesday nights. We may have to do this every night, depending on how this goes. And we're hoping it gets big. So stay tuned for that big news. But I do want to just talk about, there's a lot of things going on in the world today, David, that, we can sit here and talk hours and hours if we pick out each and every story to talk about. But I do want to bring up the Russian-Ukraine thing. Have you been following a little bit of that?
A little bit of that.
Hey, he's worried. Putin's worried, man. Ukraine's starting to attack some of their inner cities, and they are going in there and bombing some of these places just like they got. And I believe he's a little worried. I think he would like this war to end, but he's pretty much started this thing. I mean, he's going to have to call it off. But I heard of a coup that is being planned through some news. I've seen that on Fox News, that may want to overthrow him, because, really, the Russian citizens, the good Russian citizens, didn't want this. They don't want war.
They don't want that.
No, Ukrainian citizens don't want war.
The ones that want it are hearing it from his news station.
That is correct. And again, almost like Hitler, he's brainwashing people. Oh, the Ukrainians did this. They do that. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a brainwash thing. But most Russians and people that's been polled by some of the British news agencies say they want this thing to end. They didn't want it to begin with. It's disrupted their lives, man. Homes destroyed, businesses destroyed, power plants destroyed. Just
thousands of people killed.
People killed over. Oh God!
Russia's got over 100,000 killed already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the numbers are astronomical here, and somewhere down the line, I see people, some of our candidates and some of our politicians saying China ought to tell Russia to back off. Why do we have to have China tell them to back off? Why don't we grow a pair of big ones and tell them to back off?
Well, they won't listen to us.
Well, because he knows that would be ill threats. But I assure you, if President Trump said that, President Trump may be a different story. Trump won't play. Trump wouldn't mind busting them in the ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? So just keep an eye out for that as that starts escalating a little bit. I read an article too. Olivia, thank you. God bless America. That's exactly right. We live here in this great country where our freedoms and our rights are protected by the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And we need to keep that, because our founding fathers not only put their minds, their hearts, and their souls to this, but some of them died for this, man. Yeah. And we need to keep this going. We can't have this, this movement, if you want to call it, this movement that's coming in about, we don't like America. Well, if you don't like America, get the hell out. Who's stopping you? Just grab you a plane ticket, board up on that plane, wherever you want to go, choose wherever you want to go, and get out of here.
Yeah.
We have got to fix this, and the narrative is the word I was in. The narrative in this country, they want to live here, but they want to bash it too. You can't have your cake and eat it too, as Shirley's cakes are wonderful, by the way. Whew. Man, that carrot cake, outstanding. Shelley still got a piece of it. I may eat it when I get home. Yeah, but that carrot cake was absolutely outstanding.
She got it in the fridge?
Oh, she does. In that same bowl, we just covered it up. She's been cutting little thin slices because she wants to savor the flavor. How about that? You like that one?
I
Savor the flavor.
now if I come over.
Yeah, you know where it's at now. So, but anyway, you know, we need to change the narrative of this country. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You either love this country and you'll fight for this country and you'll die for this country, or you're not with us. You're either with us or against us.
There's no
There's no in between.
No.
You cannot live here and say, I hate America. How can we do that? Or how can people do that? That is absolutely wrong.
right.
And we need to get rid of these people that hate America so bad, because all you're doing is bringing us down
Yeah.
with your narratives and everything that should be changed. You've already tried to erase history. Really? Hey, if you erase history, what have I told you before? What has Byron told you before? What has Mitchell told you before? It tends to repeat itself. And guess what? We're starting to have that repeat now.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I wanted to leave you with. And also, David, one other thing that's going on, and I hate when governments can't control themselves and there's not enough people, there's not enough weapons, but these African nations that are being sieged by militant groups, things like that, that needs to stop. They need to change that. Did you hear about the Sudan today?
The two generals fighting?
Well, 100,000 Sudanese or whatever, has fled to another country, and now that other country's got to take care of these 100,000 people. How can you do that? You're already struggling possibly, or your economy's not that great. Now you're going to send another 100. Learn from history or be damned by it. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's Byron. But I feel bad for Sudan over there. Sudan, by the way, has got the most pyramids out of any country. Did you know that? To include Egypt. Yep. Another little trivia question for you. But they can't even control themselves over there. Who is policing that? It's the militants. The militants has got all the guns, all the ammo, all the control, all the power. And they can overthrow governments like this and scare the citizens of a country slap out of there. And that is just not right. And how is it right for 100,000 or more people to go to either Nigeria or wherever they're going to go? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they expect their government to help take care of them. That is so sad, man. This world is nothing but a hell in a handbasket. I just don't know, David. You hear stories about this kind of thing, man, and, you know, we can't help everybody. We got to help ourselves first. Yeah. We can't help everybody. But, you know, there needs to be some kind of action held up against these militant groups, these people that terrorize innocent citizens that are just trying to live day to day. And I don't know what that is, David, but I know that the United States can't afford to get involved in all these situations. We have our own situations that we have to take care of. And, you know, if we was doing a good job at that, you know, maybe we could help out a little bit. But this thing here has got to stop, man. This is just pure out evil, pure out controlling. And that's all what it's all about. The few control. Hey, the others, doesn't matter. They can die as far as they're concerned. So just a couple of things there. Some other news and notes that you can read up on. I get my news from Fox News. And, you know, there's other outlets that you can think of as well. And as I get ready to wrap up the show, it's 8:31 Eastern time, by the way. I just want to say, think about what's going on in this country today. David, I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're an independent. I don't care if you're Greenpeace. I don't care if you're blue, white, orange, purple, green, whatever. I don't really care at this point. We have to work together to make sure that this country thrives. Mm-hmm. People look at us, David, and go, hey, we don't want to mess with those guys, generally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the most powerful and richest country in the world today. We have the best land. We have the best crops. We have the best food. And people want this land because of that. And they're just waiting for us to implode, bomb ourselves within. And they're going to come over here and try to take this from us, man. And I can tell you right now, as a red-blooded American, I think I can speak for you. I think I can speak for Austin. I can speak for Byron. And I can speak for everybody that watches this show. I'm not going to let it happen. Uh-uh. Hey, if I have to die for the cause, David, then so be it. But I'm taking somebody. I'm taking down somebody. Somebody's going down. And, we've talked about this on our show many times, about the largest army or the largest militia in the world today is the American citizens. Yeah. 2 guns for every one that's being pointed. And people's got more than that, and they're ready to fight. I've talked to some guys at my work, and I'm sure you've talked with people that come into your shop. Austin's talked with people. We are not going to let this country go just like that. If that's what you want, then you need to leave. You need to leave and go somewhere else and find somewhere else to get your pity party on with, because we're going to fight for this great nation. You served, I served. We know a lot of people that served. And we do it again. You told me. I'll do it again. Mm-hmm. Call me. I'll do it again. It doesn't matter who's president. I'll do it again.
I know several groups of people that are banding together to prepare just for those things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and, and you need to be in groups, man. You can't be solo. Right. If you're solo, but you're not going to make it. You're going to get a few, but, hey, you got to be in groups. You got to be in groups, and you got to be able to trust each other. Combine your foods. Combine your ammo. Combine your weapons. You know what I'm saying? A group is better than an individual. Byron says 111% for life until death. Exactly right. And I would do it again, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to preach the word of that. And me and Dave talk about this. Me and Byron, me and Mitchell, we all talk about this. I'm going to keep beating that into your head until somebody wakes up and goes, my gosh, that guy's making sense. We're making sense. Hopefully somebody's going to go, my goodness, man, you know what he says is the truth. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what did you say the other day? Prices of everything up, and up. And guess what? Your wage? And stay steady, bottom line. How can you afford everything? How about the banks collapsing? You know what I heard today? And one of our central banks collapsed a day or so ago. John Hancock, our retirement services, had to buy them out to keep them from crashing.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? That is absolute nuts. How are we letting this happen? Because our politicians are worried about lacing their pockets, whatever's good for them, not what's good for the American people. You know what I mean?
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Our own government, is so greedy.
Right. They won't. I don't know what. I love my freedoms. Yeah. I love being able to come do this show.
Yes.
We do. You do. Austin does. Byron does. Mitchell does. Shirley likes to watch. Melissa likes to watch. But guess what? If a communistic country come in here and takes us over, there probably is no On the Spot with David Rodgers. And if it is, it's going to be underground. And guess what? Somebody's going to find out about it. And guess what? We're probably going to die for the cause again. But we're going to take some out with us, right, David?
Yeah.
We're going to take some out with us. This is absolute greed by our American government. This is lacing your pockets. The rich get richer, the poor get poor. Rich and poor. There is no middle class anymore. Forget that. Forget I ever said that. Byron said the 3%. I didn't even think about it that way. There, the 3%. That's exactly right. And Byron just said what I said, greed. So there you go. So people, I'm telling you, we don't need a divide. You know, you've heard that divide and conquer. Yeah, if we divide, they're going to conquer.
Right.
We don't need a divide. We need to put our political views aside right now and concentrate on what's happening to you and your family in this beautiful country.
It's called Stand Together.
Stand together. That's exactly right, David. Stand together and, hey, do what's right. How can you do what's right? Well, first of all, we have elections in this country. Yeah, I know sometimes, you know, they're crooked, but we got to figure out how to fix that first. The second thing we got to do is look at all the candidates that's running and who makes the most sense to you and your family. Who makes the most sense? If that's the person, then you vote for that person. I'm not telling you to vote for, but at least vote, and vote thinking, not, don't like Donald Trump, so let me vote over here. Really? You're part of the damn problem. If you just mark a vote, think about what you're doing. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that they're not going to do a good job. Donald Trump, a lot of people didn't like Donald Trump because what? Of his stance, of the way he did things. Social media. I didn't like Donald Trump for some of the things that he did. Byron would sit here and tell you the same thing Mitchell has. Dave, you have. I don't like some of the things he did. But what he did makes sense. Unemployment was down. Oil, gasoline prices was down. He was buying that stuff up because he was smart. He's a businessman. Funding the police. Everything was going good. The prices were down. Inflation was down. Yeah, I know that the deficit is the deficit. And, you know, you try to cut in there as much as you can. But, I mean, he did a lot of good things and positive things. So, you know, make sure you know who to vote for. Use common sense, Byron said. If it's bad, help get rid of it. Yeah, absolutely, me. You know, we try to hammer this home to everybody. So please share this show with people that may not think like us and get it out there. And myself and Byron and David, you know, guys that are just ordinary people that are telling you what we believe and what we see. I'm not in here to make any money. Neither are you, neither is Byron, neither is Mitchell. We don't get paid for this. I don't want to be a politician. Byron may want to be a lobbyist or something. I don't know. Byron would be good at it. He would be good at it. Mitchell doesn't want to be a politician on the national level. We're just trying to get the truth out there. And the truth is what we've been saying. Open your eyes, open your mind, let this other stuff go. Yes, I know we got to address it, but let that other stuff go, and don't let that influence what you want from this government. Remember, you don't work for them. They work for you.
Yeah.
And you vote them in to do that. If they're not doing that, get rid of their sorry asses.
Yeah.
That's the way we do that. So, Byron says, bite your tongue. Yeah, Byron, I'm throwing all kinds of words out there. But anyway, been a great show, David. Thank you for helping out tonight. It is 8:41 Eastern Time. Let's get a quick view on the weather. Bringing in my main man, Austin Stevens, back in. Austin, give us that great weather report.
All right, once again, temperatures will fall to the mid-50s tonight. They will rise to the upper 70s with very low humidity around 20 to 25%. a red flag warning may be issued, if not definitely actually issued based off the criteria that I've been looking at. We're in a fire weather watch as a Tuesday night. Expected to change by tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on Facebook. And on top of that, temperatures will moderate back to the upper 80s by the weekend with 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the region Saturday and Sunday and Monday of next week. But overall, it'll be dry with nighttime lows coming back from the upper 40s Thursday morning, rising to the upper 60s by next Monday. Back to you, David.
Thank you very much, Austin. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Byron, you're right. Only what the founders promised. You're right. But people don't think like me and you and Dave and and everybody that watches the show. Some people don't think like that. We've got to be able to bring their mind back into focus and make sure that they're doing the right things as our founding fathers, like you said, has promised us. So we're going to continue on this conversation and some other things next week. David, any final thoughts or words?
Can't think of any right now.
Sharon Petterpin, congratulations. Shirley Bagwell, congratulations. I have your certificates. Also have yours, Melissa Cribbs. And who was that? Roy Jackson. So I have yours. Again, we're going to play a lot of different games, a lot of different things coming up. We want you to tune in. Please share this show with all of your friends or anybody that you know. Share it everywhere because we're trying to bring this message to each and every one of you each and every week. We're on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. Again, you are the guys. It's about you, the viewers. It's not about us. It's not about anything. We want to bring this to you so you can share it with others. I know y'all like the show. We're doing a good job. Don't forget On the Spot Motorsports Media with Mitchell Gunner. That's at 7 o'clock on Thursday night as he'll have another great guest coming on, and he's got some great shows coming up. He'll be streaming the race live, David. His bracket races this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. He's racing both days. So wish Mitchell good luck on that. Also, Austin Stevens will have the show up Wednesday night by 7 o'clock as he's going to be working hard to do that. So I appreciate you guys joining in. I am David Rodgers, right along with the Dancing Destroyer, Super Dave Holland, producer and director, Austin Stevens, a YouTube guru, and our weather guy, of course, and the missing Byron Bagwell, my co-host, national correspondent, and national news guy, and world news as well. I want to wish each and every one of you a great night, a great week. Hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful weather, and we will see you next Tuesday night. God bless you guys. See ya, and have a good night.